Hey guys, what's crack-a-lackin'? Everybody doing okay? I hope so. If you guys could, please like, share, all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button. Click all notifications. That's what you got to do if you want to get notified. By the way, guys, I'm working on something there too. I want to try to get you guys notifications outside of YouTube for people that want it. So I'm working on that. But yeah, so please do that. Please share it out. Thank you to all the new members and all the members that have been renewing their memberships. I really do appreciate that. So thank you for that. And I am going to get straight into this, and I'm going to do this from now on. Okay, just so you guys know, I'm just going to jump straight into the space weather. And this one's going to be short anyway. It's Friday, and I don't want to keep people here. And by the way, I'm not feeling very good again. I don't know what the heck is going on, man. You guys could probably, I'm saying that only because you can probably hear it in my voice. It's not like it was last time, okay? I don't want to put, I just got some head cold stuff going on. So, in case you guys are wondering why my voice is off a little bit, that's it. So, okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Yeah, we've had a geomagnetic storm. Are we 5 for 5? Hey, Mark. Okay, 5 for 5, George. Thank you. Butterfly. Thank you. Who was first? Gunslinger. Heck yeah, baby. You get the cookie. You get the cookie. Man, I don't know why, but I keep forgetting what the name that you suggested for our memberships. I can't. If you could put it in there again, and I'm going to copy it because I think we might be using that also. So I do appreciate that creativity, by the way, because I liked it. I just can't remember exactly what it was. So okay, here we go. No more squirreling. Moderators, if I squirrel, you scream at me. And if I start squirreling, I want everybody in the chat to tag me. Okay? Just tag Wages World. That's all you got to do. Everything will light up orange on my screen, and I'll notice it. Okay? If you don't do that, sometimes I'm not going to be aware that I'm doing that. Okay? So if you would, please do that, because I don't want to do that anymore. It's hard sometimes to stay focused, especially when there's so much stuff going on, and I want to share as much as I can with you. And there's just yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So if you could, just tag me. Solar Squirrel Squad, there you go. Triple S, baby. Love it. We're going to put that one up in there with us, okay? So thank you for that, Gunslinger. All right, here we go. Oh, and my intro stuff, it's going to get shortened. I'm going to try to keep it 30 seconds or less, okay? Just so you know. All right, so we got geomagnetic storm, and right here. Now, I was waiting on this one. We were under, yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Mike, Randy. Yeah, I was squirreling there, see? So thank you for that. That's going to work. That blows up right in my face. I love that. Thank you, guys. It's going to keep me on track. And it'll help people that want to be here for this instead of hearing me go all over the place. So, this geomagnetic storm right here is very short-lived, okay? This is kind of what we were expecting. I mentioned this one. This is an eruption that happened, one of the multiple CMEs that were fired off, okay? Just the high-speed plasma from a CME. It hit, and I was watching this one. This one kind of came on slow. You could kind of see like this. Now, the reason why I noticed it so much is because we really were like at 0 on the KP index. We did not have a whole lot hitting us at all. The background geomagnetic activity was at a low level. As a matter of fact, if you remember in my last live stream, I showed you guys an image from the magnetopause models, and I can show you that again. This model here, if you remember down here on the pressure, there was nothing here. It was just that background color blue. So that meant we had hardly any pressure hitting us. Now you can definitely see that has changed. Okay? And this seems to be pretty pointed too. It isn't like a big broad hit. Now I will say that when it did hit, you can kind of see, and this is after the hit. Okay, after the biggest part of the hit anyway. So we got this stuff just kind of hanging around. And that's normal, okay? It's not something odd. It's just something that, something that I noticed. And this is kind of what we would expect to see. Now, if we don't get hit with anything else, this is probably going to go away too. As a matter of fact, if you look how low we are already. So, but we're having more eruptions on the sun, and we have an incoming sunspot group that just fired a big CME. I don't think it's going to hit us. I think it's going to go south and to our east, which would be left when you're talking about the sun. Okay? So, let's take a look at this real quick. I'm going to show you guys what happened with this CME. Okay? Now, this went back a little bit further, but I'm going to just start showing it to you here because it all looks the same. All right? So, if we look at space weather conditions, this is what the conditions we've had all day. The density. See the density? It's not very high, right? 4 is what we consider normal. This got up to like 10 or 12 or something like that. It was not an excessively dense hit. And that's kind of what we expect with these smaller CMEs and smaller CMEs or just a glancing blow type of situation. Now, speed, same thing. See the range, 3 to 400? That means there's nothing outside of that when this graph does this. 3 to 500 is normal. So we're on the low end of speed. We're kind of just really not very high dense, anything. So you got to ask yourself, what the heck? Why are we in a geomagnetic storm? Well, like I scream all the time, right here. The BZ. Remember what I said in the last live stream? When this shade's purple, that means we're at -6. And that's the magnetic polarity position of our magnetic field. When it's at -6 or more, we're in the proper position for things to be like just drawn into our system, and we don't deflect things as much as we pull it in. So that's why this is so important. All right? This is why we're having a geomagnetic storm right here. If the polarity had been different from this storm, we would not be having this at all. Because it was not a hard hit. So, but it's in some of the tools, it kind of looks like we did because of the BZ. It just let everything in. And as you can see here, it got down to -12, I think. I've seen one, -11 or -12. And -6 is what we look for, so kind of double that. So, I mean, we really were in a position that let a lot of stuff in. And that's what I'll say. Hey, Andy Quick, good to see you guys. All right. Now, so, oops. Hate that. Sometimes I got neuropathy in my right hand, and my fingers will twitch sometimes, and I'll right-click something I don't mean to, and that's exactly what happened right there. Anyway, sorry about that. Hey, how's my volume? You guys hearing any fans in the background? No, Country Bumpkin, that's a good question. No, the polarity did not change on the sun yet. That would actually be the start of a new sun cycle if that happened. But I want to show you guys something here, okay? We've had some more eruptions, and they were, fairly recent, okay? So let me just start with, we're just going to start with this one because it's going to show us everything. Now, these are significant eruptions. This one here especially, and that one, but this one here, yeah, This is the one that came from the sunspot that's rotating in to start looking at Earth. Okay? So that is a significant eruption. If that was like coming directly at Earth, we would probably be talking about a G2 level storm. You know, maybe even a little stronger. Just depends on what all the space weather components of it actually added up to. I just explained some of that stuff that's important to know. But this is a significant eruption down here, and so is this one up here. But this is the one I want to concentrate on because this sunspot grouping is going to be turning in towards Earth. So when you look at this particular satellite, it's Soho, and it is, you know, it's from our perspective. And when I say our perspective, it's as if you went outside and looked at the sun. This satellite's about 1 million miles closer to the sun, always keeps its eye on the sun. So all you really need to remember is the fact that it's from our perspective. I mean, when we look at this satellite, that's what we're seeing. Okay? Now, there was a strange signature, and I'll show that to you here in just a few minutes. And it was a very strange signature. I've never seen anything like it. And it happened before this. And it may be just a camera anomaly. I'm not sure. That's why I'm showing it to you guys. I don't know what it is. But I'll show it to you here in just a second. But I want to get through the CME part first. Okay? Now, I want to scroll down. I don't usually start with this particular image. But I'm going to this time. It was down here. Okay? This sunspot grouping down here erupted. So, if I come up here. And let's do that real quick. This is the 94 angstrom. Now, this is on SDO, okay? Again, from our perspective. It's just in a different position. It's geosynchronistic orbit, which means it stays over the same part of our planet. And it rotates at it orbits our planet at 15 degrees an hour, just like we rotate at 15 degrees an hour. So, with that being said, both of those numbers are the same. That makes it stay over the same part of our planet at all times. Okay, so it's in the Eastern Pacific, okay, and south. And it does a figure 8 pattern. I'm not going to go into all that, but I've explained it a lot. And I'll explain it again, but not tonight. But just know it's from our perspective, okay? It's just a different satellite from Soho. So we're going to look at this down here because that's where the eruption that I just showed you came from. And we might not be able to see it a whole lot here because it does look as if it could have even been on the backside. Okay? And this is why I say we have to look at these and look at different angstroms. So the angstrom is part of the light spectrum that we can't, this part anyway, is part of the light spectrum we cannot see with our eyes. So they put a filter on it. And so that's what we're looking at. This is the 131. Okay, there it is. You guys see that? It starts right here, and it actually shoots down like this. If you guys can see that. And we'll look at another angstrom in a minute. We might be able to see it better. Right there. Okay? See how that... And it almost looks like it reached back. And it was like one of the sympathetic sunspots. It could have reached back and was communicating with another sunspot we just can't see back here. It's possible. I'll just say that. It does look like it might have went behind the sun there a little bit. I'll say that too. But notice that this one over here is erupting, and so is this one up here. So those are erupting. Those aren't going to affect us. If we got anything from these over here, it would be a radiation storm because of the, unless if it fires something over there and it crosses our connection to the sun, it'll shoot protons our way. Okay? It'll draw it back. It makes stuff like, it'll appear to move backwards. But to a proton, it doesn't know forward, backwards, up, or down, okay? It's just moving. And so it's moving back to us magnetically, all right? And that's how I'll explain that. But let me try trying to see, because I don't want to tell you guys that that big eruption is from this if it wasn't. But that's all I'm seeing. And the timing lines up too. So, I mean, that's got to be it. Okay. So you can look at UTC time and it's definitely happening. So anyway. Okay. Now, we also got this corona hole and this one. And we had two more that we were already connected to. Right. And what that means is we had an atmospheric hole in the sun. So that's the corona. This is the surface of the sun. So when the corona peels back, it exposes the surface. This is not a hole. This is not a hole in the sun. This is just the surface. And the surface is colder than the atmosphere. And I'm not going to go into all that either. That's a lot of explanation. But they sent the Parker SP satellite probe, the one that kissed the sun, to try to figure out, at least get some data of that area to try to help figure out why the atmosphere of the sun, the corona, is hotter than its surface. And they still don't know exactly why. So, just so you know, it is to me, it's a very odd thing. But again, there's probably some really good reasons for it, obviously. We're just, we're all still learning still. Not just Mr. Hillbilly Wages world over here, but we're talking about big dog people, right? All the big dogs, they don't know exactly why. They got some really good theories, but they can't say 100% why the atmosphere is actually hotter. Okay? So, with that being said, that corona hole opens up, so it lets out particles, highly charged particles. So this one here is kind of snake-like, and because of that, it's actually going to connect to us more. So, as we're looking at that, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any smaller, it might even be getting bigger. So, we're just going to have to pay attention to that. We may already be connected to that. We would expect the solar wind from that in about 3 days. Okay? So, this is the 304. This is ionized helium. This is all from that same satellite, guys, SDO. So, let's see what we can see here. Yep. Okay. Here's that eruption that's showing up on seeds over here on Soho, okay? Check it out. All right. So some of that left the sun. Not all of it. You can actually see some of it, quite a bit of it, went back to the surface. See that? That's not gravity doing that, guys. That's magnetics, okay? It's not gravity. Gravity probably has a little bit of an effect on it, but not a big one. Okay? Magnetics is the main driver here. And that's what you're seeing. That's a magnetic connection line back to the sun, and you're seeing charged particles travel on that line. Okay? That's what that is. So, but that is where that eruption came from. Okay? So, yeah, we'll just leave that at that. We're actually getting a pretty good view of it here. So yeah. Now this is the 171. Another part of light spectrum we cannot see. Wow. Okay. Look at this over here. I just seen this. Watch this. Watch down here on the southern pole of the sun. See that? That's on the backside. And that could be connected to that. So that's probably what we've seen. Okay? And it's a fairly large. It's in the right position and the timing's lining up. So it might have been like a big filament that stretched all the way back that erupted off. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay? And you can see the plasma daggone it. You can see the plasma go back to the sun on this one too. See it? Right there. Okay. Now, so that's not coming at us, but that area of the sun is definitely rotated in. We're going to be keeping an eye on it. That's that eruption. See, it's in the right position. See the time? If I back that up, right around 1800 to 1900 UTC time is when this one started. Okay? This is not the surface. This is just a black occulter disk. This is the surface of the sun as far as where it's located. All right? So it's actually a little bit further out before we start seeing anything here. So you can take that time and back it up probably about an hour. And so if we come here, and I'll take you back here, see the time? Watch the time frame when this thing erupts. See? 18. So yeah, so that's exactly what caused that eruption. Well, that's the eruption we're looking at. It didn't cause it, but so again, what I want to do, I want to show you a really odd signature that I've seen on seeds that I don't know what it is. I'm not going to be able to give you any answers on it because I just don't know. It's most likely it's a camera anomaly, okay? So let me show it to you. And I was looking at this earlier. This happened earlier today when I seen this. And the only reason why I'm bringing it up because it looks like it just comes out of nowhere, and it doesn't. It's that I'm not saying that it just came out of nowhere. I'm just saying visually it looks like it came out of nowhere, right? And I would love to know exactly why we see a signature like this. And let me zoom in. And most likely, guys, I'm just going to say this: it's most likely a camera thing, okay? But I can't say that it is at this point because I don't know. I've been like clicking around trying to research as much as I can. So if anybody knows exactly what this is, please tell me. I want to know. And I'm talking about this. Okay? Now, this ain't affecting Earth at all right now. Okay? And it's not going to. I'm only showing it to you because it's really strange looking. Okay? So I come over here and I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing anything over here, right? There's nothing over here. I just keep clicking, watching it slow. Now you can see something just kind of like right there. Okay? Keep your eye right there. Look at that. I have no idea, guys. I don't. I'm not trying to insinuate anything here at all because I really have no clue what that is at all. Love you too, brother. Rip, you stay safe. Don't you dare be texting while you're freaking driving, man. I will knock you out. I'll go all the way out to the West Coast and get you, man. Me and you have a face-to-face, brother. Anyway. But look at that, guys. Look at that thing. I've not ever seen a signature like this. It seriously appears to like come out of nowhere. And even after it shows its face, then it goes away. It's just and what I'm going to say here is it does look like it could be an eruption from the backside of the sun, and the satellite just really couldn't see it until it actually was spread out and kind of maybe even moved our direction a little bit. To me, if I was going to say that, that's probably what we're seeing, right? Because if you look at some of these eruptions, they look like loops, right? And that's exactly what this is showing, but the difference is we're not seeing any kind of like originating eruption. It's just right there. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. Because it looks to me, and what I'm saying here too, is because of where it's at right there, it looks like it's I hate saying this stuff because I'm not sure. I just wanted to show it to you, but when you see that, picture a center point and everything's going away from that center point at the same speed. If it was coming from over here, you would think that it would be different, is all I'm saying. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's so strange to me. So strange. And again, if anybody knows what that is, then there's probably a really good explanation for it. I'm serious. I just don't know. I've never seen a signature like that. And so if anybody does know what that is, let me know. Yeah, Leah, good to see you. Body and Soul, Piper, Millie. Okay, that's good. I get that, Rip, for sure. Okay, so now, how far are we in here? Okay, we're about 25 minutes into the stream here. Again, guys, okay, basically the space weather update. And as soon as I say this, everybody's going to fall off and run away. I get it. But the space weather update part of this is probably over. Because I'm going to do this from now on. I've even asked some of my top mods to text me, and I'm going to leave the notification on. If I start squirreling from now on, they're going to hit my phone. I usually just turn all the notifications off, but I'm going to leave it on just for that one mass text group I got on my phone. And if you guys see me squirreling, please, I want to see that whole chat light up in orange. I don't want to do that. It is annoying to you guys. It's annoying to me when I went back and watched myself. So I know that I can't continue doing that. Okay? I work on it from time to time, but I'm fixing it this time. I'm not going to go back to other stuff. So anyway, why I say that is there's your space weather update, basically. We will go look at spaceweather.com. We always do. Want to give Dr. Tony Phillips some love. Oh, man. Okay, so essentially, basically what he's saying here is exactly what happened. Okay, obviously he's above my pay grade, guys, way above my pay grade. The CME itself actually probably did miss Earth, but there's like a wake from it, so we can count it as the CME when we're talking about geomagnetic storms. Okay, because you're not going to know the difference standing here on the surface. Okay. But it says, despite the fact that the CME missed, it was still effective. Magnetic fields in the CME wake. See what he's saying there? You got to picture us like going through space like a boat going through water. So when we're getting stuff from the sun, just picture a big cruise boat and all that stuff just, getting pushed off to the side from a bow shock, right? Says it was still effective. They said the CME wake connected themselves to Earth's magnetic field. That is that BZ, guys. That's exactly what he's saying right there. Okay? And then it says opening a crack where solar wind could penetrate, resulting in a G1 storm. And it says they had Aurora over Canada here. Now, Ilea, she loves that Aurora. It's some good stuff. I love it when she starts talking about Aurora. Because it's, yeah. So it was a glancing blow, Randy. It definitely was. That's what I would call a glancing blow. Maybe in the scientific community and stuff, maybe they're going to call it a miss. And it could be technically a miss. Okay? It probably is. But the wake of it just kind of pushed particles magnetically out far enough that it did it, because of the polarity of it, was able to affect us in a way that it insinuated a geomagnetic storm. And that's why we have all these normal readings, okay, of space weather. And then all of a sudden, bam, there it is. So, yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to, alright, so if you guys got any ideas what this is, I don't care what your idea is. Just put it in the comment section for me, would you? Not the chat box. Please put it in the comment section. Because I'm going to be doing some looking at this a little bit more because I don't know what that is. Because you don't see anything here. It appears to start right there. And even after he erupts like that, there's nothing there. So, I mean, it's not like it's But I would say this, most likely it is a camera anomaly that is picking up a weird signature because of our perspective. Okay? 99.9% of the time, that's what it is. Okay? But there are situations where it's probably not. So, and we're also looking at a difference image. Okay? This coronagraph difference image, it's different than looking at a regular coronagraph. I'm not going to explain how the camera works right now, but do yourself a favor and go Google that, DuckDuckGo it, whatever search engine you use, do that, and you'll figure out what I'm talking about. And you'll see. So just go look at it. You'll get all the information you want. All you really got to do is go to the Soho website. So if I back this up, if you just go to Soho, or you can actually go to ISWA. ISWA is a great place, guys. This is this webpage right here. And I'm going to show you guys something real quick that I haven't really showed you in a while. All these tabs, right? What's that say? That says Soho. So if I click here, I get Soho imaging. See? So, and it's not the same as this. It's extreme ultraviolet. It's just on a different satellite. So, if I was going to send a new person that's into space weather now, I would send them here and tell them to come here and start researching. That's what I say. Because it's just, everything is here. It really is. Majority of everything that you need to have a basic understanding of what's going on. That's why I say that. Okay? So, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, guys, again, guys, thank you for all the memberships. I'm going to be doing a membership live stream, maybe even later tonight. I haven't really decided, but what I will say, and this is for everybody, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and it's not nothing big, guys. It's going to be a deck of cards that's space related. I wish I had a picture to show you. I'll take a picture and show you guys next live stream. But we're going to have some fun with that. And they are good quality cards, bicycle cards. And they have different whatever, like themes. Well, my wife is so awesome. She went online. She actually found the sunspot theme. And they discontinued making those back in 2018. I had a few decks of them already. But I'm going to be I got a whole brick of it now. I'm going to be giving them away to you guys, and we'll figure out how we're going to do that. We'll make it fun. Okay. I'm also going to be doing over on the members only stream. I'll probably do something there too, just so the members know. But yeah. So, you guys got any questions? Let me know. Ewoks Unite. That's what that looks like, isn't it, Gunslinger? Hey, Butterfly. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Give me a roll call, if you could. I'd like to know where you guys are from regionally. I don't want to know specifics, okay? I will never ask anybody that. So, that's just not something we do, right? Especially in this community, because we understand how important sometimes keeping ourselves, a little distance from everything can be. Especially if you got kids and things like that. So, let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to back that off a little bit. I want you guys to just kind of look at this, because as we're sitting here talking, again, the space weather stuff's done, guys. So if you guys you don't want to hang out and talk to us here for a minute, it's all good. I just wanted to make sure you guys got your thing up front. What's that one? Millie, what emoji is that? I see a heart, but what's around it? I can't see it. Huh. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to join the memberships, I would much appreciate it. They start like at $3.99. I kept them all low. The highest one we got is $20. You go to other channels, you're going to see some at $100 and even higher. I don't want to do that. That's not why I'm doing memberships, okay? But it does help. So if you guys want to join, that's cool. If you don't, no harm, no foul. None of the None of the content here is going to change, ever. I'm just adding extra stuff. See, Kentucky, Alabama, good to see you. Hope Between the Dreams. That's a good name. That's awesome. I like seeing all those green Kool-Aid faces too. It's all good, Ilea. You're good, girl. Is Trinity in here? I didn't see her. I just seen in the chat when I sent you guys, Ilea. I just now seen what was going on there with storms and stuff. Main girl, there we go, there you go, Ilea. Love it. Love it. Like them green faces, baby. Thanks, Maine girl. Where are you from? I'm just kidding. Maine. Mr. Floyd, gifted one. Awesome. Hey, miss. Good to see you, girl. Thank you for gifting those memberships the other day if I didn't tell you. Sometimes I kind of forget, you know. Extra squirrel, baby. That's right, Piper Lynn. Love it. Prayers for Trinity, yeah. Yeah, guys, give me a 1 in the chat for Trinity if you would. She was in a place where they were having some bad storms, okay? So if you guys could, throw some 1s in the chat for prayers, good thoughts, you know, love and all that stuff that we talk about, which is very important, okay? You know, when one of ours are having issues, we want to make sure that we're there for them, at least at the level of thinking about them. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's enough. Yeah. See, guys, Main Girl's making a very good thing there. She's saying that the memberships, the gifted membership she got in the first month, when it expires, you have to re-up that. And typically, it'll prompt you, but it may not with it being a gifted membership. I don't know. And also, guys, people have been asking me the question here. Yeah, use the 1s, Miss Dragon, for the prayers. Yeah, believe it or not, me and Tommy started doing that over on the lifeboat. And it worked really well. By the way, if you haven't been over to the lifeboat, you guys need to get over there. Spanx has been doing a really good job. That's Tommy's son. Tommy's kind of, you know, like me, I kind of stepped back a little bit, so did he. He didn't walk away from the channel or nothing like that. He just stepped back. He's got other things going on, and Spanx is doing a great job. So sometimes we need to show some extra love when that stuff happens, because you're really talking to a different demographic and things like that. So we want to make sure that we're supporting as much as we can. So if you could, yeah, go show them some love. Oh no. Oh, man. They're making you do a 3-day cleanse, Rip? No way. That sucks, brother. I had to do that once. And, yeah. I'm not going to talk about that story, because that might make some people, pull their nose up, if you know what I mean. Because usually with the colonoscopy, guys, and if you guys don't know this, and a lot of you guys listening to me already know this, because you're in my age group, okay? They make you do a cleanse before that, right? But usually it's only like a 24-hour cleanse. But if you go in there for a colonoscopy, and I'm not saying this happened to me, but I'm not saying it didn't either. I went in there and I guess I wasn't cleaned out enough. So they made me come back for another one, and guess what? The second one wasn't cleaned out good enough either. So I don't know what I did wrong. But when that happens, they make you do a 3-day cleanse. It sucks. You are literally, yeah, it sucks. Oh, you want to tell your story, Rick, over on Lifeboat? Yeah, for sure. I don't know how they're doing that over there now, though, Rick. I mean, I can text Tommy and let him know that you're wanting to do that. Yeah, lower GI, for sure. Hey, George. Why did you, yeah, we need to Ilea, can you remedy that for me, please? I don't know why I think George kind of hit him on accident. I didn't see nothing wrong with that comment. Unless I missed something. I don't think I did, though. Let me go back and look. Yeah, he's saying prayers up, and George, I'm pretty sure it was a mistake, George, wasn't it? Thank you, Lee. I think it was, guys. Guys, if a moderator is using their phone, sometimes we hit the wrong button. It's not intentional, just so everybody understands. Yeah, see, George, I didn't think George did that on purpose. Hardly ever does that ever happen, right? Yeah, Ilea, for sure. Oh, it's okay, George. No, man, don't even feel bad. I'm sure Brian don't hold anything there. It's just an accident. That's all. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and pop off, but I'll come back with any updates. If you guys have any clue what that is, please leave it down in the comment section. Come back. Guys, look. Please come back and leave me a comment. It just is what it is, right? It helps push the video out. And watch for your memberships will start rolling over, and they'll ask you if you want to re-up. If you don't, that's all good too. I just want people to be aware that that's what's going to happen. And then next month, I believe, I can't remember what the color is, but that's why you see all the Kool-Aid faces turning green. All right, Rick, for sure. I will definitely. I'll send a text over to Tommy or Spanx and see if they may get a hold of you. The best thing you can do is go over in the chat and just type it in the chat and say, hey, or email them yourself, bud. Yeah, sun's pretty active right now, Keith. Butterfly in the house. I love all my moderators, guys. You guys know that I 100% back them. I never ever do anything like, especially if I think they've made a mistake, I will talk to them in the background and figure out exactly what happened. Hey, Full of Hope, thank you. It's awesome. Thank you. Kim Possible's in the house. Christian, what's up, buddy? Hope you're feeling better. I know you were down for quite a while, and it seemed like you might be feeling better now. TJ, what's up? Yeah, TJ, that's kind of what I was thinking. It really was with that signature right there. And something else I'm going to be adding, guys. I'm going to put the extension back onto OBS, which is the stuff I use to go live here. That way I can highlight your guys' messages, and we've all seen it, right? You'll see a creator click in their own chat, and it'll just display the message. But something else this extension does, when somebody becomes a member or re-ups, it automatically just puts it right there, which I think is cool. So, hot chicks at Tractor Supply. Is that what you said there? I can't read that last one. Yep. Tractor Supply, baby. TSC. That's a Midwest thing, baby. Heck yeah. Back at you, Piper Lynn. Back at you. Randy K. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and pop off. Hey, but listen, notifications too, guys. Look, I think what I'm going to do, every evening between 7 and 9, I'm going to try to go live. Hey, Deep Quake, thank you. Awesome. Cindy Lou, John, Teresa, Debbie, Jonathan. There you go. He done hooked you guys up. Now I want you guys to notice something. Look at Jonathan's name right there. You see how and so is Debbie, and so is Cindy Lou. You see how their faces are green? So this is something that people haven't talked about yet with the membership stuff. Deep Quake just gifted 5 memberships. Even though they already had a membership, it re-upped them for another month. So that does happen. We don't get a pick. You know what I mean? We don't get to pick who gets the memberships when you gift them. the system does that. And it does that by who's active in the chat. That's how it works. Wish I could change that a little bit. I wish I could change that, and sometimes I wish I can't. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, well, this person gets this one, and then it starts problems. So it's kind of good the way that it is. Alright guys, I know I've been saying it here for a couple minutes now, but again, like I said, the space weather thing, I did it all at the beginning. I hope that people can give me a chance and let me just continue to correct that. I think I did pretty good tonight as far as getting the space weather at the front. And again, my intros are going to be short from now on. Okay, 30 seconds or less. And when I say intro, I'm talking about before I even start talking. What I had been doing, I was starting everything up like that and still doing setup and sending notifications. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get all that done before I even click anything. Okay? So that should help. Hey, Body and Soul. Butterfly, Jerry, good to see you. Thank you, Full of Hope. You're awesome. Yeah, I like the green too. It's pretty cool, huh? Thank you, Christine. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys can hear a little nasal stuff from me, for whatever reason, I got a cold. It ain't nothing like I had the other week. At least I don't think it is. It doesn't feel like that. So, all right, guys. God bless. Yahusha saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.